Live at 5, fast action from Georgia agriculture officials after a case of the bird flu is confirmed in Henry County.
Atlanta News First reporter Abby Kasoris explains how leaders are working to protect Georgia's poultry industry.
Highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, is deadly to commercial poultry, killing entire flocks in just a couple of days. Georgia agriculture officials say they raced to respond after it was reported in a backyard flock like this one. The Georgia Department of Agriculture confirms 45 mixed breed birds tested positive for HPAI. It's the state's second backyard flock case this year.
Containing it, addressing it, eradicating it in that particular area as quickly as possible is critical.
Within 24 hours, the team had tested, contained, and removed affected birds, decontaminated the premises, and issued guidance to neighboring flock owners.
So one of the major ways HPAI spreads is through wildlife, and that is definitely a concern, especially as we get into the fall season and enter into the winter season, as a lot of those migratory patterns.
Georgia's poultry industry is worth more than $28 billion and employs 88,000 Georgians. Georgia produces more poultry than most countries. Since the nationwide outbreak began in 2022, more than 174 million birds have been lost across the U.S., with Iowa and Minnesota hardest hit. Georgia, by comparison, has seen over 200,000 birds affected.
Fortunately, here in Georgia, and I think a lot of that's due to our protocol, right? In our biosecurity measures we have in place, we've not seen those same issues.
Harper showed us his personal command center in January with computers, resources to track the spread if there is another major outbreak. Officials are urging all poultry owners to keep wild birds away from their flock. If you start to notice any symptoms, you're asked to call the avian influenza hotline. In Kirkwood, I'm Abby Kasoris.